Good morning. So let's talk about planning Route 66 trips. I've never done Route 66 before. I've seen a lot of stuff about it from various sources. Um, so to make this thing actually work, let's look at things like how long is it going to take me to get to Chicago to start this thing, and what time of year am I going? What's the weather going to be like? Um, don't want to be out on the West Coast when it's burning. Don't want to be by the Mississippi when it's flooding. From what I understand this year, the droughts have all been broken and they've got tons of snowpack that's melting. So lots of considerations for this trip. Um, Number one was instead of going at the end of the summer into the fall, when the Gulf is going to be hotter, when there's more hurricanes, when there's more tornadoes, let's go earlier in the year. Um, Flooding is going to be more of an issue in some places, but it should not be too bad. And then there's lots of things like where am I going? What am I going to see? So, time to start looking at some of the resources available for people to actually plan this Route 66 trip. And from what I've seen, on Facebook and on different forums, there's people coming from Europe who, fly into the US and renting a car to do this. So there's obviously tons of stuff out there to plan this. And I'm going to talk about some of the stuff that I've in my research that looks like the best sources for me for my trip. It's the Easy 66 Guide for Travelers. I will tell you that depending where you buy this from, look at what you're clicking on carefully because there's different editions of the book. This is the most current edition. The current one, this is in May of 2023, is the 5th edition. It came out this year. There's lots of good videos on YouTube about Route 66. One of the most helpful I found so far in planning this is Mike and Heather. They actually go all over the U.S. in their van, but they did a Route 66 and made a series of videos about it. And they had lots of good input. So a big inspiration from Mike and Heather was they had recommended the Route 66 passport book, and they documented their attempts to get one and found out that a lot of places are sold out of them, and they advised me to get one, mail order before I even start. And the 66 passport's interesting. It's got lists of places to stop with in each state, and the fun part, like right there, Illinois, but then the different places they recommend stopping, you can get little stickers from these places to document and glue them into your passport that you've actually been there. Okay, and that about wraps up this first attempt at a video. This is mostly about learning how to use the editor and figuring out all this mess, learning a new skill set. So once I actually start on the road on the 25th, I can actually post something that's worthwhile. Okay, thank you. I will talk to y'all soon.